Hi, I'm Richard from Knights of the Round Grill, and this is your hot barbecue tips fast. Let's get started. Hiya, so on tonight's cook we are cooking a Black Rock Mountain XM Gold Brisket. It's a UK brisket. Comes with some high accolades from John Davidsons Butchers. I'm really excited to try this out, so let's see how it goes. For this cook I'm going to go with a traditional layout. So we've got the heat deflector at the bottom, we've got the drip trays just above that. Wiggle them in. And then the stainless steel grates on the top. One thing, this brisket is much wider than these grates, so how do we make that fit? Well, what I like to do is get a clean piece of timber, lay that in the middle, and then the brisket will lay across that, creating an arch, and that creates extra space for the brisket. After a couple of hours, the brisket will shrink, and then we can remove this to lay the brisket down flat and carry on the cook as normal. So let's get this started. See you soon. So it's now the morning, about 8 hours or so later. Sailed 250, pretty much sailed all night. I mean, I've been asleep for most of it, so this is what I'm waking up to. Can't grumble at that. Let's take a look. Well, that's looking pretty sweet. Lovely bark formation, juicy as hell on the top, and with a reading of about 165 in the middle. Okay, so we're now ready to wrap. We're going to wrap in a couple of sheets of foil, which, because it's a bit windy, wrap some old weights in foil to keep them clean, to hold it down for me whilst I do that. Also going to wrap it with some stock and a few other things that I'll leave in the comments for the ingredients on that. But first of all, we're just going to make a little well just to capture all the juices. And the length of this foil is about 2.5 times the length of the brisket, roughly. No exact science there. But what we're doing is creating a section for this to go in where we can pour the juices over. So let's get that in now. Okay, taking that out, and we're going to close the lid whilst we work on that, because otherwise that's going to get seriously hot. We can take these weights out now that we've got the brisket in, because it's not going to float away. And all we're going to do with this, which is pre-warmed on the hob, is just slowly pour it over. That's just going to add a nice bit of extra flavour and cooking juices whilst we wrap it tight. That done. So I'm leaving the probe in. Remove these weights. And then you need to make sure it's as tight as you can get it. So this is coming all the way over. Then start at the sides, rolling it in. Same on this side. And then once we get to here, create it tighter. Just don't pinch your cable, just let that roll with it all the way around. And I'm trying to get as much air out as possible. And now that's wrapped. Let's get it back in. Be super careful not to catch the tinfoil at this point. Centre your grill. And then back in. And we'll see how that goes. See you in a few hours. Okay, third probe and hopefully the final. Yeah, there we go. It just falls into the meat now. Virtually no resistance. There we go, let's pull it off. So now it's off the barbecue. We're just gonna open up the foil and let it steam off for about, well, up to 10 minutes until it stops steaming ideally. Also take the probe out. And this bark that's gone a little bit soft whilst it's been in the foil will firm up again whilst it steams off. And then we'll cover it back up and cover it up with some towels for an hour or two, ready in time for lunch. So it's now been about 10 minutes. So as you can see, the brisket stopped steaming and the bark is coming back to life now. Okay, so we're going to store away for resting now, and I'll see you back when it's time to slice. Okay, so we've now rested the brisket. It's looking nice and wibbly wobbly, ready to cut. So let's see what it looks like on the inside. Juicy as. Nice smoke ring, plenty of juice. Let's get a slice and try it. Plenty of flex in that. Pulls apart effortlessly. Great flavour. So here's a tip for you. Gloves, keep your hands nice and clean, but also if you wear some cotton undergloves, protect you from the heat as well, so you can handle the hot meat. See you next time, guys.